Hello again, welcome to a bonus ReeVlog. This is a training vlog. So, since this morning, I've done some things, though honestly, couldn't really say what, because I don't remember. This an angle I can do? That's not gonna work. Aha! That's gonna work. So, I have, did a bunch of stuff on the old computer. I'm going to have to do some more. But I've done some, which it took a long time, but I've updated my Facebook. So I've hidden from most people all of my old stuff that I would be really embarrassed of now. Like 2011 sort of stuff. Before then, in fact, I think 2009 was my first post. And it was the sort of thing where, whilst it makes sense, using the letters N, E, and the number 1 instead of writing anyone isn't the sort of thing that I want to be known for, should I be known for things. And I've sorted out my privacy settings, so pretty much just friends can see things. I've removed it so everyone but nobody but me can see things I've been tagged in. In order to be tagged in something, I need to okay it. Nobody but me can see things that are posted on my timeline. Stuff like that. That took a long time, but I did it. My reason for doing that is because I want to post on Facebook every so often now. Mostly things about training and more training. So that way, when I share the link to my fundraising thing, people don't think, oh, it's just some guy asking for money. They'll be like, oh no, he's actually working towards this. He's putting in the effort. Maybe it'd be good to help him out with that. And the reason I'm recording this isn't to talk about Facebook, but to say that I did some training. After the Facebook stuff, I watched a couple episodes of Suits whilst I was having lunch. Then I shaved after lying down briefly, but I was expecting to have a client this afternoon. But I didn't in the end. They are not feeling up to it, and that's fine at the moment because I'm not very busy. So what I did was I had my phone on sound. But I laid there, closed my eyes, I rested for a little while. Because in my brain I was tired, even if in my body I wasn't. So I rested my head for a while, and then I got a beep of some sort come out of my phone. Not a sound that I recognised. Turns out it was an Instagram notification. I don't really have my sound on my phone very often, so that's why I didn't recognise it. And it was my client from yesterday asking whether they can use the image on their social media that I used on my business page from their previous session, and said they'd tag me in it. I was like, sure. I mean, it's an image of you and me, but yeah, of course you can. So I then told them that off of the image, but through direct messaging, that I was going to shave and shower and brush my teeth. Yay! That I just have to look for it on my computer because not on my phone. And they said, okay, that's fine. So then I did that. Then I figured I'm going to be doing a lot of training. I'm going to want to record my training. So I dug out my action cam, like a GoPro, super cheap version though, very low video quality, and like really wobbly because it's like an elastic harness, which means that any slight bit of pressure and it wobbles and wibbles. I think if I make it tighter, it won't feel very comfortable, but it'll wobble and wibble less. So I might have to do that. But it's on charge now. I did a little bit of skipping with it on, and I did some skipping beforehand, and then I thought I could record this with the action camera, because whilst skipping, I'm usually wearing some sort of thing on my ears so that I can listen to something, a video that is on my phone that I'm watching, because skipping can get incredibly boring. It was part of the UFC today, but it could be anything, really. Usually I like to try and keep it in some way related to training or just music. But sometimes I do give in and just watch people play video games, like I'm sure a large quantity of people in my generation do. Just they probably don't do it while exercising. But yes, so I did the skipping. And then I was like, okay, well, I need to put this on charge. So I went and put it on charge. I didn't skip for very long with it, but I went and put it on charge, did some more skipping, finished off my 3 minutes, did a little bit extra because 3 minutes isn't really all that long. The reason I just say at least 3 minutes is because it's not so long that I won't do it, because it takes 5 minutes to do, to sort of get the skipping rope, get out there, set the timer, finish, put the skipping rope back, etc. So it's easy enough to take 5 minutes out of your day, pretty much any day, provided you have the energy. Then from that, move on to weights bench. I don't have the support thing that you rest the weights on when you're done, because you're doing all of this, and then you just do that, and then it like hangs on, and then you can let go. Don't have one of those. What I do have, however, is a sofa behind me that is sturdy enough with the pillows on top of it that if I do that, obviously I lower it down and then do that and then drop it, just so I'm not straining my shoulders as much. So I did that, wide grip, then close grip. Close grip was way harder. And then my pecs started vibrating when I was done practically, like they were twitching a lot, which obviously shows that they've been worked pretty hard. They don't ache at the moment, but they probably will tomorrow. Then I did some sit-ups, incline or decline sit-ups, the ones where do this, as opposed to that, because I think that's incline, that's decline. Well, I know decline goes downwards, but technically that way goes downwards that way. But yeah, where your head points towards the floor when you do the sit-up, it doesn't point towards the floor anymore. Those. It would be really useful if the bench I have had the bits for your feet to hook onto, but it doesn't. So I just wrap my legs and straddle around the end of it as best I can, so that I don't just sort of do this and fall off, because that wouldn't be pleasant. I did have a couple issues because it's so close to the sofa that I was brushing my head on it, so I had to keep scooting forwards, which wasn't ideal. But and I only did 10 sit-ups. I'm not gonna lie, I got bored. But I mean, it's a start. I can do way more sit-ups than that. And I did over lockdown. I did loads of sit-ups and push-ups. Now I can't do push-ups very well, so I need to get back into that as well. But more importantly is my cardio. I'm going to the MMA class tomorrow, which will test my cardio, I'm sure. But what I need to do is be able to do the army thing of run 2 kilometers in under 11 minutes. I think it's 10 minutes, 21 seconds or something like that. That is the basic army entry requirement for the UK, apparently. If I can succeed at that, ignore the paperclip, I will be able, I think, to build up from there to running and then sprinting. Goal would be to sprint a mile. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to sprint the whole mile, I don't think, for a while. No rhyme intended. But if I get to back to running 5k, 5k every day, or at least 3 times a week, then I can do sprints alternating. So one day run the 5k, then sprint for as far as I can, aiming for a mile. I'll have to measure out where a mile is, and then do my best to run the rest of it without walking. And just build up my sprint distance until I can do that, and then time it when I can do it. and so on. And I think that'll really help with my cardio. I recover quite quickly, which is good, but it's not good enough if I have to be recovering. I can go 3 minutes. I can't sprint 3 minutes. I can barely sprint for 1. So yeah, goal is be able to sprint for 5. But I think if I'm sprinting, it won't take 5 minutes to do a mile. Then again, I suppose 5 minutes be 10. That'd be running at 12 miles an hour if it took 5 minutes to do a mile. I think that's reasonable enough. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go and prepare myself for a run as I don't have the client anymore. And I will catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye.